Hi everyone, welcome back to the 100 Day series of Heal Your Inner Child. And today we are on day 62nd. Wow, we've come a long way on this journey, and I thank all of you for being part of this journey and for um, recognizing, meeting, and healing your inner child, and in the process also spreading the word about this amazing, um, you know, I would say journey, right? It's not really a course because it's something, it's such a fulfilling journey for all of you to, even if you've met your inner child, even if you've started the journey, right? Even if you've understood what the importance is. Recently I actually heard somewhere that the purpose of our lives is to actually be the person that we felt safe around during our childhood, is to become that person, right? So, so how empowering. And I was just thinking, wow, if that's if you look at if you look at life from that perspective, then this journey that we are taking of the 100 days is so potent and powerful. And I'm so glad that you know we are able to connect this way and also understand how important it is to do this work, right? So, keeping all of that in mind, today is a very, very powerful day when we focus on creating a vision board, and creating a vision board from the perspective of your inner child. So, basically, co-creating your future with your inner child. Okay, now how is it different from the vision board that we talk about, right, in manifestation? Now I feel like when we talk about a vision board as an adult, right, we're thinking about things we want to manifest, like a job, like a car, like a home, whatever, relationship, good health, whatever. Those are things, sure, we have kind of learned about them as we grew up, right? As we looked around, as we think, like, as our desires came to being, right? However, if you go back into time, right, into when you were maybe, at an age below the age of, say, 10, right? There was this particular desire then as a child, right? And what happens is that as we grow up, and like I think we've done this, I don't know which day, then we learn about our expectations from the world, right? And we start developing a version of ourselves that can now feel worthy to receive love, accolades, acceptance from people based on what our desires are, right? So we start sifting and sorting through our desires, thinking like, maybe this is not possible. Maybe I need to align my desire with that person's desire, with my parents' desire, with my, with my friends' desire and all, so that I can feel like I belong, so that I can feel loved, so that I can feel respected, right? And so our true desires that were there as a child, they get buried somewhere deep down, right? Many of us are lucky enough if we have that desire as a child, and then we growing up, it was nurtured, and we actually were able to fulfill it as well. But many of us also had those desires buried as a in our childhood, right? And we kind of don't even remember now if we go back to what really is it that we wanted, right? So I don't even remember where I got this from. These are angel cards, okay? But these are so powerful because, I want to talk about what is it that I wanted as a child, okay? And I wanted to share it with you. And I guess this will give you some perspective around what I really mean by today's exercise. So, first is play, okay? Commitment. Even as a child, right? When I say commitment, it means that you want reliable people around. You want people who are committed. You want people who show up. You want people who are always there for you, right? So you want that safety when you get commitment, right? Wisdom, so that, you can get advice from people. You can rely on people who will tell you what to do, right? When you're in trouble, when you are feeling low, when you're lost, right? relaxation, right? This is what my inner child, as a child, I felt like, right? You want to have fun, you want to relax, you want to go to places where you can chill, right? Joy, right? You want joy around, you want fun, you want happiness, you want to feel that lightness, right? You want people around who celebrate you, who celebrate overall, right? You want that environment of celebration, right? You want peace. You want to be relaxed. You want to feel the peace. You want to be in that energy of peace, right? And love. You want people around who love you. You want to feel loved. You want to love others, right? And you want to give that energy of love makes you feel cozy, safe, all of that, right? So these are things that I desired, right, as a child. Now, of course, all of you have different desires as a child, right? You had. And some of us will even have difficulty probably connecting with that inner child and coming up with these desires, right? So let's start. So first of all, I want you all to connect with that inner child and mm, get those desires out, okay? So we can do that, okay? Let's connect with our inner child through this exercise today. Get this, and then we'll talk about the vision board, okay? So take a slow, deep breath in, inhale, and exhale, okay? Place one hand on your heart, one on your belly. Invite your inner child to come sit with you, beside you, or you can feel the inner child within you, right? Or simply just a warm presence, even if you can't see visually, just imagine, okay? And just tell your inner child, I am here with you. And today, I want to dream with you. Let your body settle, let your breath soften, let your inner child feel the safety of your presence. Yeah. Now, slowly imagine, either you can imagine, visualize, or just imagine the presence of your inner child coming closer and closer to you, okay? Or if you're visualizing, it's the inner child is walking towards you, okay? Just notice what are they wearing, what is the expression on their face? Are they excited, curious, right? Nervous? And just tell them, today we imagine our future together, not just the adult me, but both of us, you and me, building a life that feels good, safe, and joyful, right? And now, slowly, you can get a paper and a pen, right? And you just ask these questions. Keep your eyes closed and ask these questions, okay? And then once we're done, you can just start writing, okay? First is, what have you always wanted? Just ask your inner child, what have you always wanted? Second, what would make you feel happy and free? What would make you feel happy and free? What kind of days feel magical to you? What kind of days feel magical to you, right? What colors do you love? What places? What people do you like, right? Let those images come, right? Children's dreams are absolutely pure, right? They might feel random, silly, right? But they are all blueprints of your truest life, right? So you may hear your inner child tell you, I want to play more, I want to feel safe, I want a soft home, I want love, I want surprises, I want peace, right? And all the things that I just shared, right? So it might say, I want love, I want joy, right? It might say, I want to play more, right? So just tell your inner child, your dreams matter to me and I am listening, right? And now, you know what? I want you to do an interactive thing where you have your inner child right next to you, imagine it. Or, you can always have the doll. Today, I'm going to get it next time. So just place it next to you, right? And I want you to get a chart paper or a huge, like, big sheet of paper. And based on all the things you write, right? If it says, I want love, okay? Or if the inner child says, I want to play. So write that down, okay? Make a list of all of those things, relaxation, joy, okay? Now, see, bring a material. It could be anything. that represents joy. Like I'll give you my example. Obviously, you will be doing everything based on your experience, what your inner child tells you. So for me, joy would be as a child. Now you have to think as an inner child, okay? But of course, you are co-creating with the adult, so your adult is playing a role here. But try and connect with that 10-year-old, 5-year-old, whatever, and try and bring something based on that. So joy for me would be mm, maybe a puppy, as a kid. So I would paste a picture of a puppy. Okay, so you can do that. Next is celebration, right? So celebration for that child would be to maybe go to a party, go to a birthday party, or dress up, right? So maybe like get like sometimes you get those miniature you get miniature doll clothes or whatever. So you can get that, okay? You can get it from Amazon, you can get it from a shop, whatever it is. And then kind of create a beautiful miniature version of you as a 10-year-old and paste that picture on, paste those materials on that piece of paper. That represents celebration, okay? Now, love, right? Love is probably, all the family together, like taking care of each other. So, you can get a dollhouse, small miniature dollhouse you can get, or something like that, or if love is, so for a child, love will not be probably a Ferrari. It could be, but love is probably, holding a dad's hand. Love is probably sitting in your mom's lap. So you can either draw it, right? Or you can actually again get a miniature, version of a mother and a little daughter, something like that. So be creative, get as creative as possible. I'm asking you to draw it on a piece of paper. You can also create a collage. You can, it can be 3D, whatever. It's up to you, right? But this is a vision board you're creating, okay? So you will put, or you can write this on a piece of paper, paste this, right? Love, peace, and whatever represents love and peace to the child and the adult together, draw it or put it in 3D, whatever it is, and create a vision board, okay? Because ultimately what's happening is all of these emotions and all of these beautiful energies, when you activate it, awaken it within your adult self, you will manifest the life you truly want. And that's the magic of today's exercise. So I hope you enjoyed, and do leave your comments and let me know uh, what kind of vision board you created. Get creative, share pictures, and I would be most happy to just see all your inner children happy. So till then, signing off, Anisha Das from Zarya Healings.